The Pagami Creek fire was first detected on August 18, 2011, and what started as a lightning strike in a bog turned into the largest fire in Minnesota in 100 years, and the third largest ever. In all, about 93,000 acres was burned by the fire, most of it on one terrible day, September 12th. Nearly the entire Powwow Trail, including all of the hiking campsites, and even the entry point, was consumed by the fire. Thousands of burned trees had fallen and made the trail impassable for years to come. After an 11-year effort, mainly by volunteers, by hand, the trail was cleared of fallen trees and regrowth brush, and some of the campsites restored. The forest is growing back, and there is much work left to be done, but the trail is open. I'm here at the old town of Forest Center. Just over that hill, past those trees, is Isabella Lake. This is the entry point for canoe access to the lake. But I'm not going canoeing. I'm going over this entry point over here, and it's the Powwow Trail. First time I've ever been here before. It's 31 degrees, really cold, a lot of frost on the trees driving in here. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning on October 7th, 2022. Squeezing in a fall hike here. I was going to go on a canoe trip, but I had some family events to take care of, and so didn't get that done. So I kind of pushed it back. I had some sort of bad weather, and then there's a break here. It's gray. It's kind of ugly, but it's supposed to be fairly dry and warm up just a hair. Highs in the 40s today. Got my pack all ready to go, and as I said, the Powwow Trail entry point is right there. It's officially a 31-mile loop. I better go fill out a permit. And even right here at the beginning of the trailhead, the trail is very tiny. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of this. Regrowth jack pine, small birch trees, and some aspens. And not much of a view other than the vistas. Really looking forward to this one. Apparently the trails, as of last month, was for the first time completely cleared from one end to the other. Trees continue to fall. See, there's still places where there's 50 trees per mile that fall down, sometimes in windstorms. Expect it to be fairly rugged, fairly remote. Hopefully not too hard to fall. And here in the town of Forest Center, this was a grade. There's a big railroad grade that ran this way and curved, and it's a big old curve. It's very visible from aerial images even. Amazing. There's a town of 250 people here that operated for 20 some years. I haven't posted a video for a while. I know I've been pretty busy this summer. Been working a lot. Really working on projects and things. My eyes are watering really bad. Sorry about that. Lost 20 pounds over the summer. Just working, running around working. Not getting time to eat, whatever. A lot more exercise, so that's good stuff. Feel great. Pack is a little heavy today. I'm carrying a little extra warm clothes and an extra liter of water because the water stops are fewer and far between here on this route. And pretty much about all I got to report. Might have this video might be out of sequence. I got a nice hike in this spring with a friend on the snowbank trail, and got a nice solo canoe trip in August. That was absolutely wonderful. And so we'll see what order I get the videos in, but just in case they're out of order, they're out of order, I guess. Sometimes I get kind of excited about a particular trip and want to get the video out as soon as I can. So. Yeah, I did end up putting on my rain pants. Went through some couple of really grassy stretches there that are soaking wet. Kind of like I'm in right over here. That's the frost. A little bit left in these sort of sheltered areas. Just wet plants now, mostly. Supposed to freeze again tonight. My plan is to walk this in 4 days, 3 nights, 4 days, come out Monday. But I do have extra food with me for Tuesday in case it gets tougher going, or I just decide not to, just take a short day somewhere along the way and enjoy it. It's beautiful though, in a very burn area kind of way. One nice thing about this cool weather hiking is the spot on your back that in warm weather is all sweaty is actually just a nice warm spot right now. So thinking on the positive side, kind of nice. Pack actually feels great. I don't really want to take it off. Oh, it's beautiful out here. Even with the frost and the very coolness. Well, it doesn't help. Can't hardly see in the video. That's why my eyes are watering so bad. Is got a north wind, which I'm heading right into. It's just ripping down this trail here, and it's blowing in my eyes. Here's the first campsite, closest to the parking lot. It's on Isabella River. I think that's the Isabella River, or is it the Island River? I'll check it. But nice little campsite actually. Looks like there's access to the water. A lot of space to put a bunch of tents in here. Even a few hammock spots. Really. Little island of trees here survived in the fire, I suppose because of the river. Here's the trail south to the parking lot. Big open area. And then here is a very rare thing in the Boundary Waters. Inside the wilderness area is a maintained bridge. There's only 2 that I know of that are large like this. One on the Kekakavik Trail and this one. Oh, this is beautiful. Let's get up here and look at this. Oh, there's footprints in the snow. That's not just frost, that's snow. Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. Too bad the sun wasn't out. Immediately following the bridge, you're going to come across the cross trail here. This is a portage around that bridge and rapids area on that river. He's a very rare living mature pine. Norway pine survived fire. Not really any vistas, but as far as you can see, it's just burn area and regrowth. And it's just piles and piles of dead trees in the woods. Along the path here, nice open section right here, but there's just little piles, not much. But you get out in the bush a little farther and some of those piles are still 20 feet tall. Beautiful trail. Well, this is the Y, as they call it, 2.7 miles in. This trail here to the left goes pretty much straight to the west. And there's a trail here that pretty much goes to the north, slightly northeast. Makes a big loop. I'll show you here on the map. Alright, down here is the parking lot. I drove, there's a bridge over the Island River you drive on. So that bridge I got to was the Isabella River, where that first campsite was. 2.7 miles. Here's the Y. This is just a printout of Powwow trail guide that I found online. It's a trail advisory committee. They have that I think it's called, that runs this thing. Had a pretty good trail guide. I just have it printed out and with me. It was easy to grab, so I had it right here. I have a actual Fisher map with me as well. This is not to be used for navigation, really. Well, I have some notes on it. I colored some dots where water sources are and camping sites and stuff. So, the decision. We go this way or this way? Which direction? I'm kind of a counterclockwise kind of guy, and it is noon. So, an hour and 15 minutes it took me to walk here with a little bit of goofing around by that bridge. So I think I'm going to go counterclockwise. And I might just stay at Poe's Lake tonight. Well, this little unassuming spot in the middle of the brush is the what some have called the second Y, I guess. Ever since the original Y, and actually all the whole way in, it's a old logging road, actually a truck road, which came off of that railroad spur not far from the parking lot. And it comes up here, and it would normally continued on that way. You can see it in the aerial imagery that who knows how far it went. It probably went halfway to Insula. But there's an old Powwow trail sign here. Apparently there used to be a portage here that you could get to Insula on, supposedly. I thought it was closer to Post Lake myself, but that's just what I read. And from here out, the trail is supposed to become more rugged and up and down across country. So we will see. Looks like the trail cleaning crew that was here in September cut this big one out. I must say, I'll probably give several acknowledgments along the way here, but to whoever did all of this cutting and clearing, all these volunteers that did all this, thank you so very much. The Powwow Trail would be gone forever if it wouldn't have been for that group. I think it's called the Boundary Waters Advisory Committee. I think that's what it's called. It looks like they did quite a bit of work in here. I picked this beautiful spot up here on top of a hill. Not much of an overlook, but the color, huh? Can you imagine? Look at that. Unbelievable. But I brought what I typically do on the first day. I packed a pre-made peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This one's a little deviation. It's actually Nutella instead of peanut butter, and it has a wild grape jelly, homemade, that we made. Can't wait to eat that. Rare sunshine come out. It's kind of nice. Looks like I'm walking across an old beaver dam here up there, but as it turns out, it's not a beaver dam. It's a road. There's a culvert. Path is still really nice. Really open, a lot of brush has been cut. Oh, there we go. There's a nice view down a valley. One of the first few that I've seen. Yeah, right up above that crossing there of the slough, with long slough with a culvert in it, and there's running water down there. There's a looks like almost like somebody's camped here. Big open clearing. I mean, you could camp here, dispersed camping. Technically, you're supposed to be 200 feet from the trail to dispersed camp here. But, I mean, obviously, you know, there's nowhere to go in this mess. It's just solid trees and brush. I shouldn't say brush, I should say just solid blowdown, burnt trees and regrowth trees. Yeah, I'd read there's a very long beaver dam. Somebody said it's a 1/4 mile long. Really ancient old beaver dam, and must be it. It's like the trail kind of disappears into it. Looks like we got to cross all the way over to the other side. Oh, we'll see when we get there. After that old beaver dam, which was quite a crossing, by the way, there's a rock cairn at the north end. It turns into it's pretty open here, but it's more up and down. Definitely following ridges and bumps. Not an old logging road that I can tell anyway. One old trail marker sign, that's kind of neat. Going down to it's up here on bald rocks and down into valleys and such. But yeah, just talk about a mess anywhere off the trail. Holy cow. It would be quite impossible to walk a mile off this trail, I must say. But so far so good. The trail comes along, there's a blue marker right here. No cairns. Oh, I guess there's one right there. And there's a sign on it too. Post Lake. Oh, I'm there already? It's only, well, it's 1:45, I guess. Let's head down there. Nice big side trail. Well, I made it up here to Post Lake about almost 2 o'clock now. Actually, the spur going in there is pretty long. I mean, it's got to be a 1/4 mile from the trail into the lake, and unfortunately there's a group there. Look like quite a few people actually. So I walked right into camp, and then I saw the gear, and I walked right past the tent on the way in and didn't even notice it. It was up in the hill a ways back. So anyway, just shot a quick little video so I could remind myself what the place looks like. And nobody around though. Several food barrels, but only one tent that I saw. But anyway, so now my choices are, I read somewhere that there is a spot to camp here by Post Creek, a dispersed site. So I'm going to go that way anyway. And then it's 4 miles to, well, yeah, I think it's 2 miles or 2.5 to the place called a football field, where people say they've done dispersed camping, but there's no water there. And then another, again, it's close to this 4 mile mark right here between where I'm at and South Wilder, where there's a campsite. So I'm going to walk that way and see what I figure out to do. Like I said, it's about 2 o'clock. It starts getting dark about 7, so I've got some time. Now, this section of the trail is much more like the other trails. I guess it kind of reminds me of the Sioux Hustler more than anything, I guess. Barren rock parts and rock cairns. Or I should say, actually, it's probably more like the snowbank loop. That's what this reminds me of. So there's a lot of burn areas, open areas and burn areas and rocks. And well, there's more rocks to climb over here, more logs down, things like that. But completely different type of forest here. This was all a big grove of pines. See a lot of standing dead burn pines. I hear voices. Well, I wasn't hearing things after all. It was 3 grouse hunters I ran into. They were having good luck, they said, been eating grouse every night. They just finishing up the loop and gonna go out today. So They said there's some trail maintenance volunteers up ahead here somewhere. I haven't ran into them yet. I'm at the overlook right now. To the overlook to the south. It's kind of beautiful. Gotta watch my step. It's a little rocky here. But this is Post Creek then. It's listed as a water source on the trail guide. There's a beaver pond down there. There's some trickling water. There's some kind of irony, oily stuff coming out of the ground there. But yeah, look at these rocks, how red they are. Must be a lot of iron. Yeah, there's some running water. A guy could get some there pretty easily. Nice jumbled boulder field down here in the valley. Nice little rock climb here I gotta do. Trail goes right down there. You can hear the trail clearing people. Now there's a nice overlook. Too bad it wasn't a little sunny and a little warmer. It sure got cold again. But man, you can see a mile up there at least, up that valley. I just had a great chat with the volunteers who were clearing trail here. Part of the BWCA, get that right, the Boundary Waters Advisory Council or Committee. Anyway, they are clearing trail, nice people. Thank them for the work they're doing. Sure hope they keep it up. I might just have to volunteer for that someday. I think it would be a pretty good deal to keep to help out. I've done my share of hiking on these things, and I've taken advantage of all the work they're doing, I guess, and so maybe I should get back a little bit someday. Put that on my list. But anyway, great job they're doing. Really nice people. Thank you again. This is the first major obstacle I've run across here where it's challenging. Part of it's because I've been following the maintenance crew here. But this is the first spot where I actually had to crouch down on the ground. Other than that, they've been just step overs like this one. Still excellent condition, the trail. I mean, a few trees down here and there. It reminds me so much of parts of Snowbank Trail and the Kekakabik Trail. Pretty darn nice here. Making pretty good time. It's about 3 o'clock now. I'm headed for the Wilder Lakes. Hopefully, get one of those. 3 grouse hunters I've passed also mentioned to me that there's a cranberry bog I'm going to be coming across. It's full of ripe cranberries right now. So I'll have to check that out. Can't believe it, fresh fruit in October. That would be kind of nuts. There's another crawl over right there. And this one. But if you look, there's still a few standing dead trees, but not a lot. So once these buggers are all down, there's a few right back there. Oh, of course, this one. Once these are all down, then the trail maintenance ought to get a lot easier. But a little crawl over once in a while isn't so bad. Oofta, that's quite a hill to climb. Camera never does it justice, but should be exciting. I think I'm getting close to the football field. We will see. Still got a couple more miles, so I think before I get to a campsite. Ooh, that next step's a tough one. Waist high. Well, I got up that part. Hope that shows up a video, but that is not all of it. there is considerably more to climb up there. Goes around the corner way up there, I bet. But hey, check out that strange yellow ball in the sky. Isn't that something? How much that sun really makes those colors pop. And there's something in this burn area. As far as you can see in all directions. Just dead standing trees. And a fuzzy new growth underneath. Wow, look at that lake. Isn't that beautiful? South Wilder. Absolutely beautiful. Got a really nice overlook. Love these islands out here. Rock, tall spire right there next to the shore. That's really cool. Can't tell where the campsite is. I thought it was like near that point down there. So I'm gonna go around the lake and go check it out. Wow, that is beautiful. Sometimes I think about it, it's like, could you imagine being here when the fire went through here? The flames and the way it whooshed across this lake, it had to be just absolutely incredible. Hell on earth, really. I'm quite glad I wasn't right here because you'd be dead. Wow. For all the work, about 9 miles so far, this is why we do it. And the trail is pretty rugged. It follows right on the shoreline here of South Wilder. Rock jumble piles, and there are some occasional blue flags, but it's still, you can see it. There's enough wear here and there, you can see it through the bushes, but there's a flag on that tree right there, but the trail doesn't go down there into the water, so it must go up this hill and through that crack. This ought to be fun. My legs are getting a little tired. Oh yeah, wow. This big rock I'm standing on is actually a little wobbly. I don't like that at all. Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be down there, but I don't see how you can get through there. You'd have to wade in the water. This is just a cliff over here, but I'll figure it out. Pretty lake though. Look at that big boulder sticking out of the water. That's pretty cool. Absolutely beautiful. The sun's out. Oh, this is so nice. And the South Wilder just gets prettier and prettier as I go along this thing. Oh, I'd love to have seen this before the fire. See, there's a big pine on that island there. I suppose it was, probably had several really nice pines on it. But look at these jumbo rocks. Man, they're just huge. Absolutely beautiful. The trail has kind of disappeared in this boulder field. But I know for sure it's behind me. I did see a blue flag not that long ago. And there's wear evidence right here. So I'll keep poking around, I'll find it. It's probably right over that hill with the brushy mound and around the corner or something. Oh, I just love this. Just love this place. Here on a campsite on South Wilder. My legs are kind of shot. Calves are tightening up again. I'm gonna stay here, way up on a cliff. Beautiful view. A nice sunset view. The cold west wind is kind of pounding in here, but it's supposed to calm down. Today is 10.2 miles. I don't know if that's going to focus. 10.2 miles, 2.5 mile an hour average. And the trail comes right through the site. Literally, that's the hiking trail, comes up, comes right through the site past the fire grate, and continues on down the hill. trail goes that way. So tent pad options aren't much. There's some really nice places back here actually. Right there isn't too bad. There's one back there with a lot of little brush growing on it, but the problem is these dead trees are kind of all over right here. This one already, fell down right across the tent pad. So I'd have to cut that off to be able to put my tent there. So that's plan B. Plan C is back there, but that's got some really bad leaners leaning right over it. Don't like that much. My current number one plan A, is over here. Back down the trail a hair. There's a little spot that I think someone else had the same idea as me before. Actually, not terribly unflat. Got a couple little sawed off stump thingies I gotta maybe trim off a little flatter so they don't poke my tent. The only real leaner that can get to it is that one. But it is leaning sideways away from it. And there is this big pile of logs here, so theoretically if one of those fell, it should land on the logs anyway. And there's none over this way. Well, I'm getting ready for dinner. It's about almost 6:30. It's a little bit late. Got a little bit late on me. Got all my whole bunch of warm clothes on. I'm gonna have to keep adding more. The sun's going down now. And when the sun goes down, it gets dark and cold quick here. I'm cooking some chicken fried rice. Got it in the cozy right now. Sitting here, like I said, it is kind of breezy. I'm actually looking forward to getting in the tent and warming up a little bit. I've been up since 3:30. Down here by the lake checking out the water access. At the top of that cliff is the campsite. And there's a goat path down over here to access it. Beautiful moon going on, wonderful reflection of the lake. The wind has quit. Well, I had a great day today. Started out this morning at the entry point for the Powwow Trail. Planned to only hike to Post Lake, but Post had a person or some people camping in it. I'm thinking now it was probably the trail maintenance people, because there was nobody in camp when I stepped in there, and then the trail maintenance people haven't come by this way, so even though they were working this direction. So that makes sense, they probably went back there. But anyway, I got 10.2 miles, so I pretty much got a third of the trail done already in the first day. So I can slow down a little bit tomorrow, hopefully get a little, there's quite a few more campsites, so I can pick and choose a little bit and decide where I want to go from here. So far I'm doing pretty good, my legs are feeling alright. It's just a little bit chilly out here. It's supposed to warm up though as the week goes on, so I'm looking forward to that. It's been a great day. Thanks for watching.